So you want to learn how to lucid dream? As a person that had hundreds upon hundreds of lucid dreams throughout the years, I can help you have your first lucid dream in the first week of trying. I assume you know what a lucid dreaming is, so I just skip explanation part and go straight to the point. The most important thing you need to lucid dream is motivation. And dream journal. What I mean by motivation: watch lots of YouTube videos about lucid dreaming. Join lucid dream communities online, such as those on Reddit, and read other people's experiences. Overall, just get excited about the whole idea of lucid dreaming, but not that much to start talking about it with people in real life, simply because most people can't comprehend such abstract concepts like this. It's similar to believing in a god. Some things you just keep to yourself. By dream journal, however, I mean recording your dreams right after you wake up. It doesn't matter whether you're using your phone as a dream journal or you get up to write it down manually. All that matters is to do it, and do it properly. You want to include all the details you can remember from the dream. First, write down theme of the dream, whether it was nightmare or happy dream, your overall emotions associated with it. Then write down what happened in the dream, from the beginning to the end in general. And at the end, focus on all the small details you can remember, from the colors of the environment to all the sensations you felt, like touch, what you've heard, and so on. The more consistent you are with the dream journal, the more detailed and longer dreams you will have. And that equates to more opportunities to realize you are in a dream. Which brings us to the next thing we will focus on. During the day, you will perform reality checks on random occasions. The more the better. I want you to question the reality around you and check whether you are in a dream or not. By asking this question, I want you to become more aware of yourself and your own surrounding. Then quickly glance at your own hands. Usually in a dream they get quite distorted. As for surrounding, check whether anything is suspicious or out of place. When you're done with that, then use logic to answer the question on how you found yourself in a place you are right now, and why are you here? In a dream, you often can't answer those questions. Lastly, check all your other senses by touching nearby objects. In the dreams, the sense of touch, hearing, or smell are often muffled. All of this shouldn't take more than 5 seconds to perform, especially after you will get used to doing them regularly. After getting through the day full of reality checks, I want you to go to the bed earlier than usual, around 2 hours earlier, to compensate for the sleep you'll lose by waking up during the night. Now that you're in the bed, I want you to fall asleep as fast as you can, with the intent to remember all dreams you might have and to wake up in the middle of the night. If you know for certain you won't wake up at that time, you may either set an alarm or drink a big glass of water, so you know for certain you will wake up to go to the toilet. Let's assume you manage to wake up in the middle of the night. First thing you do is writing down all the dreams you've had, with the instructions I gave you earlier. Even if you didn't have any dreams, still write it down. It's all about building the habit after all, and rewiring your brain to care more about dreams. Now drink a glass of water and stretch a bit to wake yourself up before going back to bed. Now the real fun begins. All you did earlier was preparation for this exact moment. So focus up, because what I'm about to explain will be complicated. I want you to lay down on your back. Close your eyes and relax. Stay completely still. Deep, long breaths, in and out. While inhaling, I want you to say inside your head, I will know that I'm dreaming. And while exhaling, focus on complete relaxation of your whole body. I want you to replicate that feeling when you go back home after a hard day of work and you finally have time to sit down and relax. I want you to replicate that exact feeling every time you exhale. I want you to repeat it 10 times. You can keep track of the process by slightly twitching your fingers from left to right. After you're done with it, go back to normal breathing. Now we will check all of your senses one by one, like in reality check process. First, focus on the darkness behind your eyelids for a few seconds. Focus on your vision. Check if you see anything suspicious, like some kind of weird light patterns. Next, focus on your hearing. Check if you hear anything weird, like some kind of weird static sound or unrecognizable mumblings that sounds like they are behind the wall. And lastly, focus on the touch. Check if you still feel the bed you are laying on. You might start feeling like your limbs are becoming more and more numb to the point you have problems moving them, even if you wanted to. Or even stranger, you might feel like they changed their original position or started levitating. Don't worry, all those things I mentioned are completely normal. Those are so-called hypnagogic hallucinations, and it is your brain checking whether you are asleep or not. I know this can be scary to experience at first, but with time, you will get used to it. After you check your senses thoroughly, I want you to visualize yourself in a dream with a clear goal in mind. Remember, you are in a dream, so you can do anything you want. You can fulfill your deepest desires, from kissing your crush to flying among the clouds, or even riding a literal dragon. I want you to visualize what it will be like and get motivated. And after a minute or so of visualizing, go back to deep breaths. You will repeat the whole process. Everything what I've told you so far, from deep breaths to checking all your senses, and finally to visualizing yourself in a dream. You will do this again and again until you reach 100 deep breaths in total, which should take roughly 30 minutes. If you relax too hard, however, and lose consciousness during the whole process, it's okay. You can just go straight to the last step of our journey. Now you can choose to either remain still on your back or lay in the most comfortable position for you to quickly fall asleep in. I want you to let go of everything and truly relax both your mind and body. And just observe. Let your thoughts flow freely. Let go of your hopes, worries, emotions, and physical sensations. Imagine you are the rock and everything else is the ever-flowing river. Don't focus on any thought or emotion. Just observe the flow of the water and accept whatever happens will happen. Reaching this state might be hard for beginners, but that's the reason you did this meditation for the last 30 minutes. Now that you are a rock, we will use an anchor so you won't be dragged away by the strong currents of the river. Anchor can be whatever you want it to be, as long as it serves its function, which is controlling the way you fall asleep in. Anchor can be, for example, focusing on your breath, or on one of your senses we checked earlier, or slowly counting in your mind, or twitching your finger from time to time, or slightly opening your eyes every minute or so, or listening to binaural beats through your headphones, or repeating one phrase in your mind, like "I will know that I'm dreaming." Basically, an anchor is an action you can focus on and do while slowly falling asleep. As you can see, it is a very subjective thing. What works for you might not work for someone else. So it is important to choose the option you are the most comfortable with, or make your own anchor that only works for you. Why is anchor so important? Because it allows you to see when you start losing consciousness and brings you awareness needed to reach lucid dream. Anchor will work like this. You focus on whatever you chose your anchor to be, then you will get more and more relaxed, and suddenly out of nowhere, you will realize you blacked out for a moment. Might be for a few seconds, or a few minutes. If that happens, it means it's working. Our goal is for you to fall asleep and realize you are in a dream. And after one of those blackouts, it will eventually happen, and you will have your lucid dream. Of course, you can also fail and have normal, boring dream, which is most likely to happen. But let's keep positive mindset, right? If you, however, reach sleep paralysis with this technique, the most important thing is not to panic, and don't ever open your eyes during that state, because you may see some creepy stuff. Imagine you wake up after short blackout, and you are paralyzed from head to toe. You want to move, but you can't. You start to panic, and that summons the last type of defense your brain has to wake you up. It can be anything from a giant spider or snake crawling over you to some kind of monster. They are so-called thought forms. My personal sleep paralysis demon is Samara Morgan from The Rings. I've encountered her so many times, be it in lucid dreams or during sleep paralysis, that she feels like a girlfriend to me. Yes, she may pull out the knife from time to time trying to kill me, but isn't this like every healthy relationship nowadays? Either way, if you don't want to have your own demon girlfriend, I recommend you to close your eyes, keep your cool, and focus on your senses. You might see weird, strong light patterns forming into people and objects, or hear weird, random things, or even feel things like wind or water. Whatever it is, you may either focus on one of those strong hypnagogic hallucinations and let them carry you away to the lucid dream, or you can ignore them and visualize yourself in your perfect dream world. Then open your eyes. You should find yourself in the environment you envision. When you finally find yourself in the lucid dream, the first thing you want to do is quick reality check. And when you are certain you are in a dream, say loudly, "I am in a dream, and I will do whatever I want." After this, look around, ground yourself in this new reality you found yourself in, and don't let emotions overcome you. If you get too excited or too scared, you will wake up, so remember to keep your cool. You will probably fail the first time you reach lucid dream, the way I did, by screaming from the shock and unbelief that it is in fact real. And that's it. After you wake up, write down anything you experienced in a dream journal, whether it was successful or not. From there, all you need is experience and motivation to keep on going. Personally, I've had my first lucid dream on the 3rd day of trying, so don't ever give up, understood? And yes, if you go this path, you will eventually experience lucid nightmares and face your deepest fears, whether you like it or not. But also, you will get to experience the best moments of your life in the lucid dreams, and I'm not exaggerating. After all, you can do anything you want in the lucid dreams, from any lewd stuff to being in a fantasy world you always dreamed of, and it will feel like it is a real life. The choice is yours to follow this path, but once you take the first step, there's no going back. Your whole perspective on life will probably change, and it might be a sign of your potential spiritual awakening. Because if something as unreal as this is possible, then what else is possible, right? If you want to see what else is possible, then subscribe and give my video a like. Comment about your progress, and I will personally help you in the YouTube comments. Hope you found this video helpful, and see you in the next one.